What's going on, everyone? We're at the Farnsworth House. This is the Sweeney's
Tavern.
Sweeney's Tavern in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And I'm here with my guest, Mr. Loring.
I'm the owner.
He's the owner.
Shultz.
Loring
Last name
Shultz, and he's the owner of the Farnsworth House. He grew up in the Farnsworth House, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his experience growing up here in this town and the meaning it has to him. And so such a pleasure to meet you and have you on the show. What an honor. You were about to tell me about your roots of your name and how you got your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stonewall Jackson made an intrusion into West Virginia in the early part of the war, and didn't accomplish much. But the general that I had with him was W.W. Loring. He finished the war. Loring did. Of course, Jackson was killed later on in the war. But the local folks around Cumberland and Romney, West Virginia area, they liked Loring, but they didn't care for Stonewall Jackson. He's a pretty hard-nosed guy. And they started naming their kids Loring. Okay? So if you go back, that's where my mother was born. And if you go back there today at different cemeteries, you'll see Loring Shultz, no Schultz is up there. That was settled by English, mostly, and Germans. But that's how I got my name.
Interesting.
My first name.
So your heritage is English and German, or
Scottish
Scottish
and English.
and English? Okay. And you were saying you grew up in this house.
No, I was born just west of town on the Belmont Road
Okay.
in 1932.
Wow.
Okay. So I did grow up here. I lived in the Gettysburg area until I was about 10 years old. Then we moved to Cashtown, which is a little village 8 miles west of here. And I was raised in Cashtown. Okay. Went to the local high school. And when I graduated from high school, I enlisted in the U.S. Air Force. Spent 4 years in the Air Force. Okay. Then after I was in the Air Force, I worked part-time in a restaurant. And when I was discharged from the Air Force, I went to work for Friendly Ice Cream in New England in their training program. And I spent 3 years there.
You got good food there.
Left Friendly's, floated around for about a year. Then I went to work for Gino Marchetti of the Baltimore Colts, who had a chain of restaurants in the Baltimore area.
Yeah, I read that on the pamphlet.
And I worked for Gino for 10 years. When Gino left the company in 1972, I left and came back to Gettysburg and bought the Farnsworth House.
Wonderful.
And actually, the house was not a rent; it was a lodging home at that time. And actually, she still had lodgers here, Mrs. Black. And we bought it, converted it to a restaurant.
Wonderful.
Had to sandblast the house and rewire it, replumb it, so on.
That's very
And
nice.
we opened day after Thanksgiving in 1972. And
Beautiful.
we lived upstairs with the family. I have 4 children.
Wow.
2 of them work here,
Really?
and the other 2 have businesses of their own. And so we've been here, I guess this is our 53rd year.
What a treasure.
We've been open, yeah.
Well, thank you for serving for so many years and serving in the service
That was a lot
as
of
well
fun.
as the food.
I was in the air police.
Yeah.
That was more fun than anything.
The air police. Wow.
Nobody was shooting at me. It was right
my
after
gosh.
the Korean War,
Okay.
so I missed that. Thank
Oh,
goodness.
thank goodness. Yeah. And maybe tell us a little bit about what it was like growing up in the 40s, 50s. What was that time like, if you can,
Well,
compared to today?
my early years as a child, I spent in the Gettysburg area. My dad worked at the Gettysburg Furniture Factory, which was a pretty sized operation at that time, back in the early 40s. And he rented, and we moved around different areas of the Gettysburg. I went to
Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
He was cold. His coffee was cold.
Yeah, definitely.
I went to two one-room schoolhouses my first year, my first grade. I went half of the year at the Hunterstown, which is just north of here. And then at the base of Little Round Top, there's a little one-room schoolhouse. I spent the rest of my first year there. So, and then, of course, I went to the High Street School here in Gettysburg after that. So,
What was the culture like back then? What was the culture? How did it change
pretty simple.
from back then to now?
yeah.
Pretty simple.
My dad, up until let's 32, I was 9 years old when we moved from the Gettysburg area to Cashtown, and in that 9 year period, we lived mostly in Gettysburg, but we did live in some houses. And the Peterson house on the battlefield, we lived there for a short time.
Wow.
But then we, again, getting back to my dad, what he did, he was an inspector at the furniture company. And as the furniture came down the line, he had a little turning table. The piece of furniture would go on that table. It would rotate, and he would look at the piece of furniture, the graining and so on. If he thought it would finish properly, he'd push it down here. If he didn't think it would finish properly, he'd push it down this. So he was an inspector there.
Oh.
He tried to get a union in 1941, and my dad was a union man at the time.
Wow.
And they weren't able to get it. Been very difficult to get a union in Adams County.
Really?
They're always anti-union.
Oh, okay.
For whatever reason. But anyway, and then after we moved to Cashtown and I graduated from school, right across the street was the schoolhouse, the high school. And as the bus would come out, I'd always look up and see these bullet holes in the house. And there was an artillery shell sticking near the window. And I always remembered this house because my dad wasn't a historian, but my mother was.
Okay.
She was really zeroed in on any history at all. So I got the interest from my mom.
To do with Gettysburg or just in general, world history?
Just in general.
Wow.
But yeah, she loved the battlefield too. So that sparked my interest in that. And when we lived at Little Round Top, next door, there was a stone cutter. His name was Rosensteel, Emery Rosensteel. And the New York Monument on Little Round Top, he cut stone for that.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, Emery Rosensteel. He lived right next door to us. And I have a picture of him. He had two brothers, and they were having their lunch break, and I can see, we call it Rapunzel's Castle, the New York Monument. The monument was about halfway built, and they were there, of course, he cut stone for that. But he lived next door to us, next to the schoolhouse. And I remember one day, I was over there always watching him, you know. And anyway, I don't know what happened. The seam must have went wrong in the granite. He jumped up, he threw his hammer against the building, and man, I took off. I never saw that side of it. I still don't know what happened, but I went to the house quick. But
You got angry.
yeah, he wasn't
about
happy
something.
about whatever happened. But the real nice fella, his wife's name was Nettie. I can see him just as plain as day today, and I was only 7 years old at the time, but very, very nice people.
Yeah.
He was related to the Rosensteel that had the electric map here at Gettysburg. He developed that. It was his uncle. And of course, the National Park Service bought the electric map from Rosensteel. And that's the visitor center today.
Right. We passed by that.
But of course, the original electric map building is gone now. They tore that down.
Yeah, but this town has has a lot of meaning to you, obviously.
Oh,
so.
oh yeah. I have a lot of all my childhood memories are at Gettysburg. And Tim Smith, who is an historian for this is Adams County, named after the president. Adams County Historical Society, Tim Smith is their historian. And he comes to me and asks me a lot of times, what was here, what was there, who owned this? And,
Wow.
and a lot of times I can give him the answer because, being 93,
Yeah.
I go back a few years.
Thank
so I
goodness.
remember a lot of things
Yeah.
that really don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank goodness that you're in great health.
But Tim thinks, everybody around here thinks Tim knows everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was out standing out in the garden one day and talking to Tim, and we look up at the side of the house, the bullet holes, and he said, yeah, Tim, I said, there's an artillery shell sticking in the house. He said, what? I said, there was an artillery shell sticking near the window. He said, I never heard that. I said, I'm telling you. But the old timers that are my age, not many of us left, of course, they remember the artillery shell. I know it was a Hotchkiss because it had a round base, and it was about halfway lodged in the brick. Mr. Black in 53 pulled it out. He was afraid it might come out and hit somebody. But Mrs. Gideon, his daughter, did not know what happened to it, but it was there. Okay.
Yeah.
So little things like that I remember that a lot of the younger folks, of course, don't.
Was that the Jenny Wade house or no? The Jenny Wade house?
He was here.
Oh, here.
No, Jenny Wade house is up the street.
Okay. Sorry. I'm a little
The Jenny Wade house
unfamiliar with other.
is 610 feet from our garret to the door where Jenny Wade was shot through. I measured it. It's 610 feet.
You measured it?
Yeah. The thing we get about, we think Jenny Wade was shot from our garret window. Okay. And the reason why we think that, we had a guide here, his name was Smith, and he believed, he was swearing his mother's grave that shot came from that garret window. But we know it's right on line, the height and everything. There's a good possibility it was fired from that window. But there's so much lead flying, it could have come from it. But it lines up just perfect. Of course, the bullet hit Jenny Wade in the back.
And this was from, you're saying the shooter came from this?
We think the shot came from our garret window. The Farnsworth House.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Man. And obviously
He
there's...
should have never asked for this, right?
That's very
No, I'm
fast.
punishing him.
Yeah. No. You're fine. Obviously, there's 16 ghost tour companies in this little area, and
Well, I'll tell you about Patty, the girl that was just here.
yeah.
She's the one that started ghost stories in Gettysburg.
Oh, really?
Yep. 1968. She was the first one to tell a ghost story. And she told it in the basement of the Farnsworth House.
Wow.
And everybody thought she was,
Oh, I gotta get an interview
But
with her.
now, she'd be the one to interview.
Yeah. Well, bring her back.
They call her the ghost mistress.
Okay.
If you talk to
She reminds me of
Ghost
someone.
of Gettysburg in the square, and you go in and talk. Oh yeah, that's Patty. She's the ghost mistress.
Interesting.
But she's very susceptible to.
Oh, is she?
Oh.
Have you experienced any paranormal activity?
I'm the
yourself?
only one in the family that hasn't. We lived down here on Liberty Street, and as I was a kid, I was 8 years old at that time. Us kids, we used to take our blankets and go up in Coffs Hill and sleep overnight. No big deal. All the kids did that, right? But the thing we used to do on Coffs Hill was dig bullets out of trees. But do you know in 1942, we were still finding bullets on top of the ground?
Wow.
We could still pick them up.
That's incredible.
But the park ranger, you only in the early 40s, you had one park ranger that patrolled the whole damn field.
Wow.
That's all you needed. Okay. And he would stop, and sometimes he'd yell, "How you guys doing today?" "Oh, we're doing good." We bring him down. I tell that story today because, oh my God. he'd say, "Oh, you guys are doing good." And he'd go on, you know. But I remember a playmate. This creek here was here during the battle. Okay.
It's a creek.
Yeah. We call it Weinbrenner Run. See, we had a tannery on this side of the street, which was a rope tannery. We also had another tannery, which is a Weinbrenner tannery. In fact, the ice cream store was the office to that tannery. Of course, it's all gone now. But the reason why the tanneries was here, because we had running water. And all the blood and everything, you had to locate a tannery where you could get rid of all that blood. Okay, so that's why it was located
It's incredible.
in this area here. We think the house, the 1810 part of the oldest part of the house, was part of that tannery. Okay,
Wow.
1810.
1810.
We think the 1810 date might be it might be a little bit older than that because there's a reference to a lean-to being here. So it might have been a little bit before 1810 when that little house was built.
I mean, growing up as a child and throughout your whole life in this town that has so much, it's one of the bloodiest battles of America.
It's considered the bloodiest 3 days battle.
3 days.
They
battle.
consider Antietam is the bloodiest
The bloodiest.
1 day battle.
Right.
But usually battles were 1 day.
Uh-huh.
Gettysburg is a little different than that. That's why it's so confusing. It's hard to put Gettysburg together
Yeah.
because some of these guys fought on the first day, they fell back, and then they show up on the third day. So you should, wait, didn't I see those guys? Yeah, same guys. So it's not an easy battle to put together as far as where the troop movements
Right.
were.
Right.
Real hard. Yeah.
How does it feel? I mean, are you like sensitive to the energy?
No.
Did you ever pay attention to
No,
energy?
I never.
Okay, but because I mean, I'm just imagining like growing up in a town that's blood soaked, basically. It
Yeah,
has to
I don't get into
have
the
some
ghost
kind of-
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
My daughter, my wife has everybody's experienced that. I haven't.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I must be. I don't know.
Well, you're into the history.
My wife says if I ever see anything, she says I don't want to be around. But no, I never.
Oh, I see.
When we were kids up, and we never. Oh, of course, we were always looking for ghosts, you know. But I never saw any.
Interesting.
But I believe there's something to it.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't think everybody's acceptable.
Yeah.
But I really do think there's something.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
I really do.
Interesting comments about the town and your upbringing.
Are you interested more in getting ghosts than
Yeah.
history, or
No.
you have an
Well,
interest?
to me, it's almost like they're one and the same. They're very intertwined, you know, and very much interested in the history as well as the spiritual bent on it, the metaphysical, if you will. My channel is actually Metaphyzikal Dynamix, so it has a lot to do with metaphysics, and so, you know, the beyond world of this physical reality. And so
Good.
I love hearing about history because it ties right into the spiritual for me.
You like American history in general, or
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Well, I mean, I'm not an avid
No.
expert
Most
or anything
people
like
aren't.
that, no. But I
It's
feel
not your thing.
for some reason I have been drawn up here quite a number of times, and she's my accomplice. She's accompanied me numerous amount of times. But
What do you do?
I'm a student right now.
Oh, student? Where?
Morgan?
Oh, Morgan. Yeah. Oh.
And
I thought you were going to say Towson.
No.
so yeah, I don't know if there's a past life thing of me being brought back up here. I don't know if you believe in any of that, but like karma and past lives.
No, I don't disbelieve either. I believe it. I believe there's something to it.
I feel like I have a connection to one of the wars, or maybe several of the wars in America.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm from Asian extraction.
Are you?
So
What nationality are you?
half Chinese and half Indian,
Oh, okay.
but
That's a mixture.
Southeast Asian.
We're all mixed up.
From Malaya.
Yeah. Oh, Malaysia?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Originally, so I mean, I'm first generation, born in Baltimore, and well, technically,
Oh, first
Baltimore
generation.
County.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
I'm all familiar with that area.
Yeah, you were saying that you used to work in Towson
Oh, yeah.
1962.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
really interesting. But yeah, no, I believe that I have some kind of connection to this place. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep coming back.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I don't know. I would love to continue talking more and more about this town. Do you have any other interesting? Well, before you go, like anything you want to share with the audience that for people that aren't familiar with the town or aren't familiar with the history of the town, like what's the most notable thing that means a lot to you that you want to share with the people?
Well, I always had I always loved history.
Yeah.
Geography was my thing. I know where Malaysia is.
Oh wow.
Okay. But I had, as a child, it just my mother got me started in history, and I kind of living in Gettysburg. It's pretty hard not to get into the Civil War period. I like other periods too, especially the Second World War. But I working for someone else, Gino, for 10 years.
Yeah.
I got financially, Gino's put me in a position where I could continue on with my interest in
Yeah.
history. And that's why I came back home and opened up a Civil War restaurant.
So awesome.
That was my goal. And over the years, past 53 years, I've just developed into a show place, so to speak, of the Civil War.
Definitely.
And I think we're pretty well known.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not only for the history, but also for, of course, ghost telling, ghost storytelling now. But I really don't, personally myself, I don't put a lot of interest in ghosts. My daughter does. She's the one that did the ghost stories and put it on the map. We've been on every.
That's your daughter, the
Yeah,
Pat-
that was Patty. That was
Patty?
just here a few minutes ago.
Okay.
We've been on Travel Channel. They broadcast live from here. And,
Really?
oh yeah, they got all kinds of.
Yeah, you must have had a lot of publicity and
Oh, yeah.
advertisements.
Yeah, but
Over
we're
the
very
years.
well known,
Yeah.
not only in the States, but we're in the United Kingdom. They've heard of us. And,
Wow.
So we're pretty well known.
Well,
But
thank you. Yeah.
I never really thought of being very well known. It's just things that we developed over the year, and it just turned out that way,
Yes.
That's- which was good for us, for our business.
Yeah. Well, and it's a big contribution to culture.
Yeah, we just developed a little bit at a time. We were lucky to get started with Gino stock. We cashed that in. That's how we got started.
That's
So I
awesome.
give Gino Marchetti a lot was he's a wonderful guy,
Oh man.
man of his word.
Thank you, Gino.
Okay, yeah, right. But I've always remembered my dad used to say, "A man's only as good as his word."
Thank you
And
so
Gino
much.
was a man that was as good as his word, and
That's very
that's why I
meaningful.
was able to go ahead and develop it.
In other words, having integrity, right?
Yes, he had lots of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your service and contribution to, world culture, American culture, and, just being a part of the history and of, even, well, you're not part of the history yet. You're part of the present. And I so much appreciate your time.
Oh, I enjoyed every minute of it.
And I'll be back,
Okay, got to wake her up now, take her home, put her to
She's
bed.
falling asleep. Thank you so much, Mr.
My
Lauren.
pleasure, believe me.
All right.
Thank you for your interest.
Absolutely. I'll be back. Until
Put
next
a
time.
charge in the old man. If
Yes, sir.
somebody's interested.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Oh, glad to see. I don't know how long I'm going to be around, but anyway.
Oh, you will be. You will be. You have many, many people to teach and share.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
See
My
you.
wife, she's 91,
Amazing.
so we're getting up there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another 100 years.
Yeah. Really appreciate your interest.
Yeah, no.
Really nice meeting you.
Yeah.
And
Take care.
now, when you come back and you want to know, ask Libby Shultz.
Uh-huh.
She's the new owner.
Okay.
Okay.
That's your daughter?
No, it's my granddaughter.
Your granddaughter? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Patty was in here. She knows all of it. You want to
Yeah.
know about go? You talk to Patty.
Can you, maybe you could put me in touch with her?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, next time you come around, just ask for Patty.
All right.
She lives next door. We do too.
Okay.
We just live next door.
Awesome.
And Patty would be happy to talk to you.
All right.
But she, I would say if anybody in Gettysburg to talk to about paranormal, so it'd be Patty.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll definitely remember
She's
that.
really connected.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see you next time, all right, Mr. Loring?
Oh, glad to see if I'm still around.
You will be. I thought, you're still alive. How can you not
Yeah,
be?
yeah.
You're very alive. You have a lot of passion. Of course you are. Until next time.